If you're looking to obtain your New York City Concealed Carry Weapons License, aka CCW, then you came to the right place, because in this video, I'll go into detail to break down the course, the requirements, the processing, documents needed, and the application. Now, if you like this video and it was helpful in any way, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, sharing the video, leaving me a comment. All that stuff really helps me out and it doesn't cost you a thing. Like I said, this is for the New York City CCW application, the 5 boroughs: Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island. It's not for any of the surrounding counties like Suffolk County, Nassau, Westchester, Rockland, etc., etc. And there's a difference. The difference is when you get a CCW for any of those other counties, you can't carry in New York City. You can't carry in the 5 boroughs. But when you get the New York City CCW application, you could carry anywhere in New York State. I know there's a lot of agencies out there that's charging between $600 and $1,000 to do the application for you, but I'm here to tell you it's really not necessary. It's a simple enough process where you could do it on your own. Save that money, put it towards a nice, reliable firearm and some training. And while we're on the subject of cost and money, well, be prepared to spend anywhere between $1,200 and $2,000. You see, the application itself costs $390. There's a fingerprint charge of $90, and then there's a 16-hour safety course that you must take. That ranges from $400 to $600, depending on where you go to get it. But this is mandatory. You got to get this because they won't let you submit your application unless you upload that certificate from the course up to your portal. And it consists of 14 hours in the classroom, just teaching you the laws, the do's and don'ts and whatnot, and 2 hours live firing on the range. And of course, there's the cost for your firearm. Now that depends on you. Depends on what brand, what firearm it is that you get. So that all depends on you. So just be prepared to spend about $1,200 to $2,000 in a nutshell. Now let's get into the requirements. To be eligible to apply, you must be at least 21 years of age, be a U.S. citizen or legal resident, be of good moral character. With that, they just mean don't show any kind of gang affiliations or anything like that. Don't go hanging with Bugsy Siegel or Al Capone or people of that nature. Reside or maintain a principal place of business within New York City. Have no prior convictions for a felony or other serious offenses, including certain misdemeanors related to domestic violence or assault in the 3rd degree within the last 5 years. Now, with that, I don't want that to deter you. Honestly, I had 5 misdemeanors in my lifetime that I had to get dispositions for. You know, just being young and dumb, growing up in the city, smoking weed, fighting, jumping the turnstile, stuff like that. But that's all minor. So if you have minor stuff, I don't want that to deter you. Just go ahead and put in your application. The worst they could say is no. All right. Moving along, not be subject to an order of protection. Disclose any history of mental illness. Now let's go through the application, which the whole thing will be done online. You'll go to licensing.nypdonline.org. Once you type that in your browser for the first time, you're going to hit register. You'll be prompted to enter your email, social security, password, and then confirm your password. Once that's done, it'll take you to the home page. You're going to go to the application section, hit start new. Are you renewing a firearm? No, this is your first time. So you hit no. Underneath that, to the drop down bar, select your application type. You're going to go down to concealed carry and hit done. Then press start. It's going to start the processing for this application, for your concealed carry itself. Once it's finished loading, then you just start the process and start doing your application. While filling out your application, these are the documents that you're going to need to upload to your portal. You're going to need a New York State driver's license or non-driver's license ID, passport style photo, social security card, proof of date of birth, proof of residence, and your DMV lifetime abstract records that you'll have to get down from DMV. Some additional requirements which you will have to upload is that proof of firearm safety training. That's that 18-hour mandatory training course that I told you you'll have to take. Well, you got to upload that certificate to your portal. You're going to need 4 character references. These references must be notarized, and those forms you're going to get online. Residential and employment history for the last 5 years, you'll get that online. Documentation for any arrests or summonses. So Like I told you, don't be deterred. You'll have to go down to the court and ask them for dispositions for each arrest. If you've never been arrested and you're squeaky clean, then you're good to go. No problems. You're going to need the application fee, and you're going to need that fingerprinting processing fee when you go down to get your fingerprints done. Here's some forms and affidavits that you're going to get online that you have to fill out. Acknowledgement of person agreeing to safeguard firearms form. That is a form in case something happens to you or you can't handle a firearm anymore. Someone is going to be able and willing to take it over from you. Affidavit of cohabitant form. Anyone over the age of 18 that's living with you has to give consent for you to have this firearm. So if your wife or significant other doesn't want you having it, sorry, bud, you're out of luck. They have to sign this form. It has to be notarized, and you have to turn it in. So if your wife or your mom or your brother or your sister or anyone over 18 years of age that's living with you, they have to fill out one of these. You need an affidavit of familiarity with the rules and laws. That's just something you notarize stating that you're familiar with the laws and the rules. Law enforcement firearm removal inquiry. That's a form that you have to fill out and you have to sign it. And then there's a good guy letter. The good guy letter is from your 4 references, just stating that, you're a good moral person and they trust you to have a firearm. That's basically it. All this stuff you're going to get online. Now that you uploaded all your documents along with your 16-hour safety course training certificate, you just submit your application and pay the fee. Then the waiting game begins. This thing could take anywhere between 6 months to 16 months, all depending on which investigator you get or who's handling your case. In a couple months, you'll receive an email or a letter in the mail with an appointment and an interview to go down and get your fingerprinting done, as well as your interview with your investigator. You'll have to go down to One Police Plaza, downtown Manhattan, on the date and time indicated on that letter. Make sure you walk with all your original documents, to all those documents that you uploaded to your portal, your birth certificate, abstract, dispositions, etc., etc. All those documents, they want to see all the originals, so walk with that. You'll get your fingerprints and your picture taken, and you'll have to pay a $90 surcharge fee for that in the form of credit card, check, or money order, no cash. After you pay that, then you'll meet with your investigator. He'll go over the documents, go over your application, and let you know if you're good to go or if there's anything missing. If anything is missing, you just go back home, upload it to the portal, contact them through email, and let them know that it's uploaded. A couple weeks after that, you're going to get a call from your investigator letting you know that they have been assigned your case, your application is being processed, and they're working on your background check. Now, later down the line, when everything is said and done and you've been approved, they'll send you an approval letter as well as instruction sheets. You're going to take that down to a FFL, show them the approval letter, pick out the firearm that you want, pay for it, but you won't get it then and there. Why not? Because you don't have your license yet. This is just an approval letter. You're going to pay for that. What you will get is the paperwork, the documents, and some pictures. You need to take all that stuff and turn it into the licensing division department. Now, depending on how busy they are, it could take a couple of days, it could take a couple of weeks, but eventually they are going to send you your CCW in the mail. And in the back of that is going to have the make, the model, the caliber of that weapon that you purchased and you sent into the licensing division. They're going to have that listed there. And then you're able to go down to the FFL and pick up the firearm that you purchased. And that's it. Congratulations, you finally got your CCW and you're able to protect yourself and your family lawfully. Now, I know this video is probably long and it's going to be dragged out. If you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if it was helpful. If you guys have any more questions, or if there's anything that I didn't cover, or you have any questions while going through the application, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I get back to everyone. All right, so congratulations again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed, stay safe, or be dangerous.